We got a great game for you tonight. It is the Washington Olympics, and they are traveling for a doubleheader. This is a makeup game due to a rain out back in June. But they are traveling to Cleveland to take on the Cleveland ForestCitys. Washington 6.5 games back in the American League, sitting at a 7-11 record. This is the 19th game of the season for them. They will have just 13 left after tonight's game, and almost mathematically out of it. Needing a win just to survive and keep their hopes alive. The Cleveland ForestCitys in the same boat. They're 2.5 back of the Boston Red Stockings, who lead the division. Boston, the best team in baseball right now. And Cleveland, again, sitting 2.5 back at 10-6. They need to win here against the Washington team that's rock bottom in the American League, just to see if they can close the gap on any Boston slip-up that might happen later in the season. That's what's at stake tonight. They are going to play a doubleheader. This is the first game. This is a makeup game for what was rained out back in June. I believe it was the 23rd of June was the day this game was originally supposed to be played, and it is a makeup game for that rain-out game. So it's a 12:35 p.m. start for this game. We will not be doing the doubleheader. We are only doing the first. We're only doing the makeup game, but we will look at the results of this game as well. There is another game going on. I believe it is the Troy Haymakers, and they are playing. I cannot remember who they're playing, if I'm honest with you. But we will check that result as well at the end. I believe they might be playing the Chicago White Stockings, who are top of the National League. But we will check that result as well upon conclusion of the game. So big night of baseball here. A lot of groundbreaking or potentially earth-moving games and results that could take place. Remember, if Troy lose that game, by the way, they will be eliminated from the pennant race, and we will have our first team in 1871 out of the pennant race. They are currently sitting, I believe, at 4-18, I want to say it is right now. Nonetheless, let's get into this one. We'll start with the starting lineups with the visiting Washington Olympics. Leading off will be Ed Duffy, the second baseman, 205 average with 7 RBIs, 1 home run so far this season. This is the first time the teams are facing each other, or at least that Pratt and Spalding will be facing each other, so no record for anybody against the opposing pitcher yet. Tom Foldy, the center fielder, will lead bat second. He has got a 162 average with 7 RBIs so far this season. Ned Cuthbert, left fielder, will bat third, batting .219, 6 RBIs so far this season for him. John Bass will bat fourth. The shortstop has got a .333 average with 2 home runs, 15 RBIs. Charlie Gold, the first baseman, in the 5 spot. 1 home run, 8 RBIs, .289 average for him so far this season. Did the Union win this weekend? Yes, we beat Montreal 2-1 on the road. First points of the season for the Union after 7 games. John Ratcliffe, third baseman, bat 6. 9 RBIs, .288 batting average for him so far this season. Bob Armstrong, the right fielder, will bat 7th. He's got a 143 average with just 2 RBIs in the season so far. But that, granted, he's only had 7 at bats. So Bob Armstrong, a bit of a substitute here for the Washington Olympics, as Bob Armstrong is going to get the start. The Union win, yeah. The Phillies won one of the games over the weekend too, which was nice. Al Pratt, the pitcher, will bat 9th. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about Elmer White. Elmer White, the catcher, will bat 8th. The shortstop batting 200 with 3 RBIs this season. Jebaru D. Rich, welcome in, everybody. Oh my God, it's a triple raid. Oh my God! Welcome in, everybody. Let me finish the lineup since I'm on the pitcher here. Al Pratt will bat 9th. He has got a 193 average with 4 RBIs so far this season. Jebaru, D-Boy, Rich, all the viewers, welcome in. Thomas, welcome in. We are playing out of the park tonight. We're commentating out of the park tonight. Couple things to note. First off, thank you for the raids. I'll get you guys shout-outs in a moment. We got new emotes We have brand new emotes available here tonight. Tonight's the first night where we have them. So check them out if you haven't already. Of course, if you're subbed, there's no obvious expectation for you to. But if you do have an outstanding one, check them out. Brand new emotes. Second, welcome into Out of the Park. For anybody that doesn't know who I am, Thomas with this Prime Gaming sub. Thank you so much for 8 months. You went live 30 seconds after I rated Dan. It's all good. Dan's just as deserving. Why did I not get any audio in my ear for that? I got no audio for that in my ear. It said that you guys got audio. I might replay that. There we go. There's the audio. Stream Elements being Stream Elements. Welcome in. If you're new here, my name's Benakage. This is Out of the Park Baseball. We do play Football Manager. I have 2 saves. 1 in 23, which is the main save, called the longest save. 1 in 26 that we just started over the weekend called Lunatics on the Loose. That's at Minnesota United. We're managing the Loons in that one. We had a nightmare start to the season in that one. We were 0-2-1. That was 4 hours of frustration, that save start. But welcome in. How is your network save? Let me know. And thank you again for the raids. We'll get you guys shout-outs sorted shortly. Yeah, there you go. Lovely new emotes. So the VAR one's been around a little bit, but the Kuwago's emotes are live. They're fantastic. We play Football Manager. We also play Out of the Park Baseball. This is the 1871 season. This is the very first season of professional baseball in the United States, and in fact, the very first season for professional baseball in the world. And we have a matchup between the Washington Olympics, who are at the bottom of the American League. 7-11 is their record. 6.5 games back of the Boston Red Stockings, who lead the American League. And they are playing the Cleveland ForestCitys, who are 2.5 back of the Boston Red Stockings. They are 10-6. So a win here would pull Cleveland to within 2 games of Boston. They're trying to keep pace of Boston. We are really getting into the second half of the season. Network save was good, fun, thanks. Got the season properly started in the championship, but had a new FMT. Ooh, but had a few FMTWs. Nice. Liking the new emotes. Obviously not the only reason I sub. I appreciate you so much, Thomas. Thank you so much, man. We play a little bit of everything here. We have 2 ice hockey saves as well. NHL 2K6 and Franchise Hockey Manager. You're going to see Final Fantasy 1 in about 2 weeks on this stream, which is pretty cool. We play some other stuff as well. But welcome in. It's great to have you. Let me start the shout-outs for you 3. So love a bit. Yeah, it's the original Final Fantasy. And I think I'm just going to play through them once a month on stream. And when I conclude it, buy the next one. Right. Big shout out to Jebaru, who is a Football Manager streamer. Here he is playing Sims 4. How old is this clip? Nice. Nice. Is that cat cam? What is going on? I'm getting vertigo looking at that. Oh, there they are. Nice. Go give Jebaru a follow. Does some cool Just Chatting streams, but also does Football Manager. He's part of that wonderful network save with Rich and D. If you're not already, give him a follow. Right, we have to tear through the starting lineup for the Cleveland ForestCitys. So let me do that, and then I'll shout out the next individual because that's on cooldown, obviously. Right, Dave Egler will lead things off for the Cleveland ForestCitys. He's batting a .405 average. He's got 11 RBIs so far this season, does the center fielder. It'll be Fred Cohn, left fielder, batting second for Cleveland. He's got a .188 average with 6 RBIs. Deacon White bats third. The catcher is got a .276 average, 8 RBIs to his name so far this season. Al Spalding, the pitcher, is actually in the cleanup spot number 4. He's batting .308 with 8 RBIs so far this season. Chick Fulmer, the shortstop, is in the 5th spot, batting .278. He's got 9 RBIs so far this season. Denny Mack, first baseman, bats in the 6th spot, .276 average for him, 3 runs batted in so far this season. William Johnson, the second baseman, will bat in the 7th spot, .215 average for him with 7 RBIs so far this season. John Glenn, not the astronaut, but John Glenn himself, bats in the 8th spot. He's got the best average on the team. He's batting .382 with 11 RBIs so far this season. And Francis Abercrombie, the coldest hitter in all of the majors right now, The third baseman batting in the ninth spot, just 0.74 is his average in 54 at-bats with just 3 RBIs so far this season. On the pitching mound, it'll be Al Pratt for Washington. He is 7-10 in 18 starts with 1 no decision. He's got a 2.99 ERA with a 1.34 WHIP. And his opposite will be Al Spalding for the Cleveland ForestCitys, 9-6 in 16 starts so far this season with 1 no decision. He has a 3.74 ERA with a 1.49 WHIP. Partly cloudy, 72 degrees. That is, for you Celsius users, about 22 degrees, I want to say. Yeah, it's about 22 degrees. Winds blowing in from left to right at 12 miles an hour. It's at 12:35. First starts the first of a doubleheader between these two. A makeup game from a rained-out game back on the 23rd of June, and we are here. Let me get the next shout-out in, shall we? I always like to do the Raiders right away if possible. Because, well, especially you guys, because you guys are raiding and running mainly because it's nighttime over there in the UK. Right, if you guys aren't checking out D, what are you missing? Music to here's Pokemon Scarlet, but Pokemon? What? Go on. Go on. Okay. Is this the new single? That's wild. Wow. That is some deep boy lore there. But yeah, Pokemon, music, Football Manager, excellent at all 3. He's just dropped a brand new single as well. Check out his Spotify. D, if you're still here, feel free to link your Spotify, like to the new 26 you're doing. Just make sure it's the full URL. Please no shorten link. But if you want, absolutely link it in chat, or anybody else for that matter that can help do that. I don't have it available to me. But I'd have to go searching for it is the main thing. But yeah, definitely check him out. So there you go. Right on cue. There you go. Definitely check him out. The last two, I haven't heard the new one yet, but I've heard really good things about the new one. But the one prior, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The one I responded to in Discord, I can't remember the name of it offhand for the time being. My brain's it's been a long day, actually. My brain's pretty been frazzled. It's been a really busy day today, actually. It was like, I didn't take lunch break till 4 p.m. because I've had that busy a day. Is the really good thing is you heard about is divorce? Maybe, yeah. Hell of a clip to pull up. But no, excellent music maker, excellent Football Manager streamer. Go check him out if you haven't already. Right, and that leads me to the last shout-out, by the way, of the Raiders that we get into. A man of pure class, the great Rich Owens. Here he is playing. We got a starting soon screen clip. Why did we get this? Remember back at I used to have I still have some of these on my channel that I have to get rid of. From like my CS days, because back in the day, if you had Twitch Mobile and you hit the clip button, even if it would take you to the clip screen, and even if you hit cancel, it would still make the clip, and it would sit in the clip library for that streamer. So I have a bunch of these in my clips still. Don't know why, but he's a great Football Manager streamer. Part of Network Saves also got a great solo save going on. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The ever so excellent Rich Owens FM. Right. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's get to the baseball, shall we? It is the 16th of June, or 16th of July in the year 1871, second half of the season. Al Spalding is on the mound. And we've got Ed Duffy in the batter's box, and we are ready to play ball. Here we go. From the National Association grounds in Cleveland, Ohio, Washington Olympics have traveled from Washington, D.C. to play a doubleheader. We are ready for the first pitch, and here we go. Al Spalding in the delivery, and this is shot right back up the middle for a base hit, and Ed Duffy takes the first pitch of the ball game and shoots it right through center to get on base. That's going to bring up Tom Foley, the center fielder. Runner first, nobody out. Here's the first pitch to Foley. He goes to bunt, but he pulls the bat back in time. As the pitch is inside, it'll be ball one. The 1-0 pitch, off the plate away, 2-0. Did I just lose it? There we go. I was like, where'd the OOTP audio go? Let me turn Vivaldi audio off this screen because I'm going to be using it for the ad breaks, which we will take in the middle of every inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's bunted down. First baseman comes over, second baseman to cover, but it's safe. He's called safe. Foley beats the throw. They were not ready for the bunt. Typically, the pitcher should come over to grab that on the first base line. He was slow off the mound. It pulled Denny Mack over to cover the ball. But Jefferson, who was playing over at deep second, could not get onto the bag in time. And Foley beats the throw. It'll be first and second with nobody out here to start for Washington. Ned Cuthbert will settle in. 2 on and nobody out. First pitch to him, and that's going to be taken high for ball one. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that is taken off the plate away and high, 2-0. If you guys are new here, by the way, you're wondering why I keep looking down. I have a scorebook. We're going to be I live score this as we go. This is actually, I have one more game in this book left, and then the book's complete. So we score the games as we commentate them, and I am at the very end of this scorebook. Right. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and that one's going to be taken on the outside corner for a called strike. 2-1 the count now. Here's the 2-1 count. That is grounded back to the mound, and he's beat the throw again. He's beat the throw again. Cuthbert gets aboard on an infield single. Spalding can't get off the mound quick enough, and just like that, 1, 2, 3. The bases are loaded for the Olympics, and there's nobody out. John Bass, the shortstop, settles in here. First pitch to Bass, and that is going to, I believe, catch the inside corner. It does for a called strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is popped up into right field, drifting foul, and that is going to be caught by the right fielder. Enjoy stream, Benny. Rawls coming on. Sounds good, Skull. Enjoy Raw, man. And Bass is going to be retired. There's one away. Good. They're going to grab something to eat. Absolutely. Raiders, by the way. Food, water, rest. Whatever you need. Go get it, man. Absolutely go get it. Here's Charlie Gold, the first baseman, in the batter's box. Bases loaded. 1 out now. First pitch, and he has ripped that through center. That's going to be runs. It's an RBI single for Charlie Gold as he knocks in Ed Duffy. Going to third is Foley. Going to second is Cuthbert, and the Olympics have taken the lead. It's 1-0. Here's John Radcliffe, third baseman. First pitch to Radcliffe, and that is taken. Looked like a high, and it was 1-0. Here's the 1-0. He's fouled that off. It'll be 1-1 to count. The 1-1 pitch is flied out into shallow left. That is going to drop for a base hit. And John Radcliffe has got an RBI single. It's a blooper in the left, and that will bring home Tom Foley. Cuthbert goes to third. Gold will hold up at second. And it's 2-0 Washington. Nightmare start if you're the Cleveland Forest Citys. Here's Bob Armstrong, the right fielder. Not a starter for most of the season, but he's been called upon in recent games for the Olympics. First pitch to him. He's going to take that high for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. That's fouled off into the backstop. It'll be 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Off the plate away. 2-1 now to Armstrong. The 2-1 pitch. Well inside. 3-1 the count now. Hitters count with the bases loaded and just one out. The 3-1 grounded over to first. The first baseman's there. He steps on the bag for the out, but the run comes in from third. So Cuthbert scores. Going to second is Radcliffe. Going to third will be Gold. And it's 3-0 Washington with 2 outs and 2 on. Elmer White, the catcher, the next man up. First pitch to White. And he's going to take that right down Broad Street. That's a called strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is fouled off. 0-2. Here's the 0-2. That's ripped foul again into the seats. We'll do it again at 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. This is lined right at the third baseman. He's got it. And the side is retired. 3 runs on 5 hits, and they leave 2 men on base. We go to the bottom of the first. 3-0 Washington. Center fielder Dave Egler will lead things off. If we have a big inning, then the ads are going to run into us probably at some point in the top of the second. So we are going to run the full 3-minute ad break for our first ad break at the half inning mark. We will be back with more in 3 minutes time. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Right, welcome back. Bottom first here in Cleveland, Ohio. Washington have jumped down to a 3-0 lead. It's Al Pratt on the mound. And Dave Egler will settle in. If you guys like the baseball, you like the ice hockey, you like the gotcha, whatever it is that you like. The only thing I don't have on the YouTube are the Football Manager series. But if you're interested in them, all the VODs for everything else that we play outside of Football Manager are up on the YouTube. Check out the YouTube. There it is linked. We got a lot debuting. I have videos scheduled. I have a VOD scheduled to release every 3 days through May 6th. So definitely check it out if you haven't already.
I owe allegiance to no
Dom
entity.
V. Smith, welcome in.
I intend to live by my own code now.
What were you playing? How are you? Tom Raid, what's up? How are you, Branchy? Welcome in. What were you playing? What were you doing? What were you up to? I can do exclamation point shout out. We can find out. Football Manager, nice. Here you are playing American Truck Simulator as well. Very nice. Let me go give you. I don't think I follow you yet on this platform. Let me go hit you up with a follow. Chat. Follow. Did that not work? There we go. There we go. Rectified. I dropped you a follow. How are you doing? I'm doing good, man. It's going good. We just started, by the way. W-Ray, doing good, sir. Been watching Dom showing up some football skills. Nice. Better than me. I had a brand new save that started Sunday, and I went 0-2-1. And, like, the team we drew is expected to finish worst in the East. The team we lost to were expected to finish worst in the West. And then we drew the team that was expected to be best in the West. And I'm like, what the fuck? How did we draw the one good team away from home? And then we couldn't beat the two. We literally capitulated against the two good teams. But yeah, yeah. Hey, Benny, how we doing, pal? Good, Swanky. How are you? Welcome in, Dom. Name is Benakage. We do play Football Manager. I have 2 saves in Football Manager. The main save is actually in Football Manager 23. It's called the longest save. We have to win 252 trophies in the longest save. That's the full description of the FM23 save. The FM26 save is like a once a month / I'm currently in the off season, so I'm gonna play like I play it in the off season on stream whenever the main 23 save is not ready. But the 26 save is with Minnesota United. It's called Lunatics on the Loose, mainly because they're called the Loons for short. And we're going to use the save to help fundraise for a charity based in Minnesota that have been it's particularly in Minnesota because they have been hard hit by all of the ice raids and everything else going on this year. So they've had they've had a school shooting up there, I think, in the last 12 months, and then they had all the ice raids that went up there. So we're going to try and help them out. We're going to play Minnesota United, and during those streams, we're going to try and push charity. I haven't come up with what the rewards should be for people who donate, and I need to think of that. I'm probably going to brainstorm that this week. But that's the other save. Outside of that, we play Out of the Park Baseball, which is what you're watching right now. We have 2 NHL saves. One is with Franchise Hockey Manager. The other is NHL 2K6. And we play a bunch of gotcha games as well. Action, Time and Squad, Dead or Alive Extreme Venus Vacation. Every once in a while, you'll see other games. Final Fantasy 1, the F1 series. You'll see Rise of Nations, Hearts of Iron. So we're a little bit of a variety streamer. But mainly the sports games take center stage. So, yeah. So we're in the 1871 season. Who do I support? I am an Edmonton Oilers supporter, which has been 26 years of... I've been an Edmonton Oilers supporter for 20 years. It's been pain. Just wanted to jump in and say, hey, got to jump off, try to chill, Betty, and catch you tomorrow. Sounds good, Swanky. Get a good night's sleep, man. Or at least try to get a good night's sleep. Take care of yourself, Swanky. So, yeah. Right. let me give you the Twitch shout out because I dropped you a follow, and if you're kind enough to rate us, the rest of our viewers should too. So I've been a Sabres fan, so I understand the show. Yeah. When we were at our worst, like 07 to like 2014, you guys were actually pretty competitive. That mid 2000 Sabres team with Danny Briere as the headliner, like that was a great team. You know what I mean? So they were always competitive. But yeah, you guys are on the comeback now finally. So right, we're doing Out of the Park baseball. You're watching the Washington Olympics at the Cleveland Forest Cities. We are not playing, we are commentating it. This is the 1871 season. Pekka Barnes, etc. Great time. Yeah. And then I think Pekka Pekka was on our team for the run in 06. And he was I think he was like one of the highest face-off winners. Like, he had one of the highest face-off percentages that postseason. He was insane from the face-off that postseason. But yeah, Washington at Cleveland. Washington is 7-11. They are 6.5 games back in the American League. Cleveland's 10-6. They are 2.5 games back. They're both chasing Boston. Washington have taken a 3-1 lead or 3-0 lead. It's bottom first here. 1871 is the nice thing is, if you've ever played the retro databases for Mad Scientists and FM, Out of the Park has all of that built in. You can start a franchise mode in any historical MLB season, including pre-MLB days, all the way back to 1871, which is where we are at. It is the very first league of professional baseball, the very first season of professional baseball in the United States and in the world. The league actually existed as an amateur league going as far back as like 1854. But the league itself turns professional in 1871, and that's where we're at. So only 9 teams in the league as well, not near the 30 that we have now. We are also, if you see me look down a lot, we are also doing a live scorebook of the game as it happens. So it is Al Pratt on the pitcher's mound for Washington. It's Dave Egler settling in. I got to rate him. Yeah, if you're British, I understand, man, because it's 1:15 in the morning over there. So I don't know if you are or not, but you know, if you are, I get it. It's late at night. Thank you for the raid. Have a great night, and have a great day tomorrow as well. Right, first pitch to Dave Egler. Here's the windup and the pitch. That is, yeah. And that is hit very deep. That's going to bounce off the warning track. And Dave Egler is going to slide into second base with a leadoff double. Night. Have a good night. Right. So both teams start with their leadoff hitter getting aboard. Washington bundled it into 3 runs. We'll see if Cleveland can do anything here. Fred Cohn, the man that settles in. Here's the first pitch to Cohn, and he has fought that off. It's jammed him on the inside, popped up the third base. He's got it. And Cohn is retired. 1 away. Deacon White, the catcher, is the next man up. First pitch to White, and he has popped that up. He's swung on the first pitch. This one's over at first. First baseman's got it, and that's 2 down now here in the bottom of the first. 3 batters, all 3 of them swinging on the first pitch. Al Spalding, a pitcher himself, settles in. First pitch to him from Al Pratt, and he's actually going to sit on this one, take it inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Here's the 1-0. And that is ripped right back up the middle, base hit. Spalding is aboard. It's going to push Egler over to third, but can't bring him home. And it's runners on the corners with 2 outs now for Chick Fulmer, the shortstop. First pitch to Fulmer. The throw over to first, and Spalding is back in time. Spalding is back in time. First pitch to Fulmer, and he's going to take that right at the lettering for a called strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. That's taken on the inside part of the plate. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. High and away. Ball 1. The 1-2 is flat out into right. Right fielder's there. He makes the grab, and the side is retired. No runs on 2 hits, and they left both men on base. We go to the top of the second. Washington's got a 3-0 advantage. New inning means it's time for a new sponsor. Skull Crusher's an awesome Irish football manager, Euro Truck Simulator, Rocket League, Warzone, and Fall Guys streamer. Give him a follow if you haven't already. Here he is playing ETS2. Oh, this is going to be an accident, is it? Oh. It's always the worst when you go on your side. Rip. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The great Skull Crusher is going to sponsor our second inning here tonight. Top second for Washington. It's Al Pratt who's going to lead thing on 9-1-2 spot. Here, Pratt settles in a pitcher himself. First pitch to Pratt. And that one's taken right at the knees for a called strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's high and away, 1-1. The 1-1. That is at the knees, 1-2 now. That looked really low. Here's the 1-2 pitch. He's grounded that over to third. Throw one to first. It's a bad throw. It's a bad throw. It's going to be an E5. Exclamation point E for the error. And the third baseman is Francis Abercrombie. He gets credited with the error. And Al Pratt is aboard on an error. 1 on, nobody out for Ed Duffy. He singled his last at bat. Here's the first pitch to Duffy. That's way high, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Grounded back to the mound. They're going to go to second. They got him at second. So, was that 1? I think it's 1-6. So it's a fielder's choice 1-6. And they throw Pratt out at second. If you guys don't know what 1-6 means, every position on a baseball diamond equivalates to a number. The pitcher is always 1. The catcher is always 2. First base is always 3. Second base is always 4. Third base is always 5. The shortstop is always 6. The left fielder is always 7. The center fielder is always 8. And the right fielder is always 9. So when you look at a scorebook and it says 4-3, it's a ground ball hit to the second baseman that he threw to the first baseman for the out. If you look at a scorebook and it says F8, it means it was a fly ball to center field that the center fielder caught. And everything that you do, every put out has some sort of number associated with it, so they get credited with the put out. So an FC 1-6 means it was a ground ball that was hit to the pitcher, and the pitcher decided to go to the shortstop, who was on second base, to throw the lead runner out. And the batter did get aboard, but he only got aboard because the fielder chose to go to second instead of go to first. So it doesn't count as a hit, doesn't count as a so he goes 1 for 2 now. and because he's only standing on first because of the fielder's choice. Right. Here's Tom Foley. He had a single his last at bat. First pitch to Foley, and that is going to be, he's tried to bunt that. Did he pull the bat back in time? He did. It's a ball. Here's the one. Throw over to first, and he is safe at first. Here's the 1-0. That's way inside. 2-0 now. 2-0. Bunted down the first base line. This time the pitcher does come over to cover the bag. Spalding, or Pratt, I should say. No, Spalding, sorry, is off the line quick enough. And it will retire Foley. Going to second base is going to be Duffy. And so runner in scoring position now, but there are 2 outs. Ned Cuthbert settles in. He singled his last at bat. First pitch to Cuthbert, and he's fanned at that one. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Grounded back up to short. Throw over to first is in time, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, and they leave 1 man on base. We go bottom second here in Cleveland, and Washington hold on to the 3-0 lead. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 spots, 2 up for the Forest Cities. Denny Mack is going to lead things off. We are going to take a 90-second timeout. We'll be back with more in. Welcome back. Bottom second here in Cleveland. Forest Cities need to get the bats going. They trail 3-0. Al Pratt just 10 pitches in that first inning. Denny Mack settles in. First pitch to Mack. And he's going to take that right at the knees. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. High and away, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. That's high, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. And that is high and away. Ball 3. Hitters count now to Denny Mack. Here's the 3-1. And he's missed it off the plate away, and Denny Mack has drawn a 5-pitch walk to start the inning. That's going to bring up William Johnson, second baseman. Runner on first with nobody out. First pitch to Johnson. The throw over to first, and the runner is back safely. And that one's going to be taken right down Broad Street for a called strike, 0-1. Here's the throw back to first, and Mack is back safely. Here's the 0-1. Waved at a pitch way off the plate away. 0-2 now. 0-2 pitch. Off the plate, 1-2. Here's the 1-2. And that is ripped into left. Is that going to stay fair? No. Or right, I should say. Ripped into right. It does not stay fair. It goes foul. We'll do it again at 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Fouled that off to the backstop. 1-2 still. The 1-2 is taken off the plate. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. That is high, and it gets by the catcher. And going to second for free is Denny Mack. Full count. And this is absolutely shot high and deep into left field. This one's going to be off the wall. It just careens off the top of the wall. It stays in the ballpark. The throw over to third. He's safe at third. And William Johnson has got an RBI triple. As coming around from second to score is Denny Mack. It's 3-1. John Glenn settles in, the right fielder. First pitch to Glenn. And he's grounded that right back to the mound. Throw over to first is in time. And Glenn is sat down. Francis Abercrombie settles in. The man has just 4 hits in 54 at-bats so far this season. Runner on third, 1 out. That is high, and it's going to get by. The runner's coming home. He's safe at home. And it's a passed ball. It gets by the catcher. It goes all the way to the backstop. It allows Johnson to come home. It's 3-2. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Abercrombie off the plate, 2-0. A 2-0 pitch. And that one's right at the knees for a called strike. Oh, that's 2-1. A 2-1. Fanned at and missed, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Right at the shortstop. He's got it. And that's 2 away now. That'll bring up Dave Egler. He doubled his first at bat. First pitch. That's taken in. Oh, I thought it was okay. I thought it caught the corner. It did not. It's given a ball. 1-0. Here's the 1-0. And he's lined that into the gap in right. Base hit for Dave Egler. He's got a 2-out knock. Brings up Fred Coney. Popped up to the third baseman. His first at bat. Throw over to first. And Egler is back in time. There's the first pitch. That is right down Broad Street for a called strike. 0-1. The 0-1 is ripped into left, right at the left fielder, though. He's got it. And that will retire the side. 2 runs on 2 hits, and they leave 1 aboard. We go to the top of the third, and Cleveland have fought back. It's 3-2. 4, 5, 6 spots due up for Washington. John Bass will be the first man up. But before we get into it, new inning, new sponsor. Viva Lastam is an awesome football manager streamer. Here he is playing FM 26. Is this the bicycle kick again? I love watching this. I'm pretty sure this is a bicycle kick goal. Yeah. I love watching that goal every time. Go give him a follow if you haven't already. Viva Lastam. sponsors our third inning here tonight. John Bass will settle in. He flat out to right, his first at bat. I think I need to hit box score and bring the crowd. Nope, there they are. Here's the first pitch. Off the plate away, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that is ripped into right, but foul. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Grounded over to third. Third baseman's over there. He makes the throw and in time, and John Bass is retired. That was a tough play. That ball literally, it kind of died on him. It looked like it wasn't going to dribble all the way to the third baseman, and he had to kind of throw that from deep third. That was hugging the line. But he gets it over to first in time for the out, and that's one away. Here's Charlie Gold to settle in. He had an RBI single his last at bat. Nobody on, one out. First pitch to Gold. And he's fouled that off to the backstop. It'll be 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He waved at that one and missed. It's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. That is shot into left, but foul. It'll stay 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Inside, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Popped it up. In center. Center fielder's coming in for it. He's got it, and that's 2 away. John Radcliffe settles in now. He had an RBI single his first at bat. Here's the first pitch to Radcliffe. That's taken at the knees for a called strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Radcliffe. That is taken over the plate for a called strike. 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. Inside, ball 1. The 1-2 pitch. That is ripped into right, and that's going to drop right in front of the right fielder for a base hit. So Radcliffe has got his second knock. Oh, he's going to stretch it. Is that an error on the outfielder? It's an error on the outfielder. So Radcliffe gets a single. It will be credited as a single. And then there will be an error accredited to the right fielder. That's John Glenn for mishandling the ball and allowing Radcliffe to get to second base. So now runner on second, 2 down for Bob Armstrong. Armstrong grounded in, had an RBI ground out his first at bat. Here's the first pitch to Armstrong. That is going to get by the catcher. And Radcliffe is safe at third. It's a pass ball. That runner now 90 feet away. Here's the pitch to Armstrong, the 1-0. He offered it that one and missed. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Way off the plate away. 2-1. He was knocked down there by Deacon White. He did well to knock that down. That was going way wide. Here's the 2-1. And this is into right. Is that going to stay fair? No. And we're going to do it again at 2-2 now. The 2-2 pitch is popped up right at the second baseman. He'll make the grab, and the side is retired. No runs on one hit. They leave that man aboard. We go bottom third here in Cleveland. It is a 3-2 ball game. The 3, 4, 5 spots are due up for the Forest Cities. Deacon White will be the first man up. We are going to take ourselves a 90-second timeout. We'll be back with more in just actually, you know what? I think we're all right. Let's keep going. I think we keep going. Right. I'll run the ads in the next. We got 41 minutes. That should be enough to get through a whole inning. It'll make up for having to run the 3 minutes at the first half inning. Right. Bottom third. I say that because I just ran him and I'm not able to run him again. Right. So Deacon White settles in. Catcher. He is over. He popped out to the first baseman his last at bat. And here's the first pitch to him. He's taking that off the plate away. It's 1-0. I thought maybe he could have had that, but no, it's 1-0. Or that would have caught the corner, but it's 1-0. Here's the 1-0. That's off the plate, 2-0. That one definitely missed. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Deacon White, and he has ripped this high into left, but playable. Left fielder's there. He makes the grab. That is one retired. Al Spalding is the next man up. He is the first baseman. I'm sorry, he's the pitcher. He got to first base. He had a single in his last at bat. First pitch to Spalding. He's taking that high, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. And that is popped up into right field, but foul. 1-1 to count. Let me see something real quick, because I think... Okay. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Deacon White. Oh, not Deacon White, to Al Spalding. He's taking that away. 2-1 now. The 2-1 pitch to Spalding is ripped into left. Playable as well. Left fielder's there. He makes the grab. That's 2 down now. That'll bring up shortstop Chick Fulmer. He flat out to right his last at bat. First pitch to Fulmer. Offered at and missed. It's 0-1. So in his presser after the match yesterday, Regis Labrie said that he never doubted the result because Spurs are not strong enough to worry me. Oh my God. Welcome in, Stuart. I know you've been here earlier. Just welcome back. Nice Moogle Cup run yesterday, by the way, Stuart. I really enjoyed watching that. Benny, it's happening. You're out of relegation. It's that, what is the, I can't remember the guy's name. But the "it's happening" gif, you know, where he's like, ah. Welcome in, Kit. Good to see you. Right, here's the 0-1 to Chick Fulmer. He's taking that right at the lettering for a called strike. It's 0-2. I need to be about 10 minutes faster, and the "it's happening" meme is Ron Paul. Yeah. I mean, okay. I understand, but you got mega unlucky at some points. You know what I mean? Like, you really had, when you were fighting the tentacles and they seized your 2 guys, I was like, this is just super unfortunate. Like, I was like, yeah, you did get a little unlucky at some point, you know? So. But yeah. Still, minute 35 is impressive. Here is the 0-2. And he's ripped that diving shot. He's got it. A diving play by the shortstop who dives to his left. That's John Bass on a rope. He just full extension And he manages to get both hands on the ball. That is the third out. And just like that, the side's retired on a great play from John Bass. No runs, no hits, no men left on base. We go top fourth. Washington lead by a score of 3-2. It's going to be the 8-9-1 spots due up. Elmer White is going to be the first man in. Yeah, getting tense on the one party that didn't have the way to melt them was tough. Yeah. New inning means new sponsor. And speaking of the man himself, go give DM Stewart a follow. He is a retro game speedrunning commentator. Here he is playing FF1. Oh, this is a chaos fight. I'm looking forward to this game. It's tough though. Like, this game is really tough. So that's crazy. 1,500, by the way, in one shot is nuts. Go give him a follow. He commentates the Final Fantasy randomizer with FF1, and he commentates the Worlds Collide randomizer with FF6. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The great DM Stewart. Big shout out to him. He's going to sponsor our fourth inning here tonight. Right. Let me just really quickly. Let me just refresh because I think Out of the Park went offline. They did. Okay. OOTP went offline. So let me just close that tab and slide on over to the slide back to the streamer dashboard. Right. It's nothing compared to my punch mages. I'll regularly get 3K plus with a max level. Is that black belt? That's wild. That's wild. Just one shot everybody with that. Yeah, the black belt. Yeah. Right. Top fourth. Elmer White settles, and he lined out to the third baseman his last at bat. First pitch to Elmer White. That's in there for a called strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is lined into right. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to go all the way to the wall. It's extra bases as well. The throw coming in. And that is going to be a stand-up double for Elmer White. And Washington get the leadoff man on second base. Al Pratt, the pitcher, will settle in. He reached via an error his last at-bat. 10 for 12. If I get a good blessing, hits plus fast, make that 20 out of 24. That is oh, my God, yeah. Right, here's the first pitch to Pratt, and he's going to take that right down Broad Street for a called strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Grounded over the short. The throw one to first. That's in time, and the runner will not move on it. So White pinned at second base. That'll bring us back to the top of the order, and Ed Duffy. Duffy is 1 for 2 so far today. Here's the first pitch to Ed Duffy. That is inside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. That one's going to catch the outside corner, 1-1. Much needed. Here's the 1-1. That's inside, but it's also going to get by the catcher. It's deemed a pass ball, another one. And Elmer White takes third base for free. He's just 90 feet away now with one out. Here's the 2-1, and that's grounded over towards second. They go to first in time, but it brings the runner home. And so an RBI ground out. Coming in to score is Elmer White. That makes it 4-2 Washington. Tom Foley, the next man up, he's 1 for 2. First pitch to Foley. And that one's taken at the knees for a called strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's chopped foul down the first base side, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. High, ball 1. It's 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch. Ripped back up the center base hit. And Foley's got his second knock of the afternoon with a 2-out single. Ned Cuthbert, the next man in. He's 1 for 2 today. Runner on first, 2 down. First pitch to Cuthbert. He swung on that one. It goes right back to the mound. The throw to first is in time, and the side will be retired. 1 run on 2 hits, and they leave 1 aboard. We go middle of the 4th. It's 4-2 Washington. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 spots due up for Cleveland. Denny Mack, the first baseman, will be the first man up. We are going to take a 90-second timeout. We'll be back with more in a minute and a half. Welcome back. Bottom 4th here in Cleveland. 4-2 the score. Washington 7-11, 6 games back, leading this game. A game that Cleveland really have to try and win to keep pace. They have a doubleheader today. And if Cleveland win both games, they pull to within a game and a half of the Boston Red Stockings at the top of the American League. If they split games, Cleveland is going to be sitting at 2.5 back. If Washington take both games, Washington will move 5.5 back, but Cleveland will fall 3.5 back. And that might be enough for this division to finally to see Boston run away with it, because there's not a lot of baseball left to be played, to be fair. Plenty on this stream. We still have 9 more streams of July baseball after this game. But very much a scenario where the American League's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to catch Boston 3.5 back, heading into August. So, or heading, at least approaching August. So, season's only 32 games. Cleveland right now, 10-6. They lose both games. They'll move to 10-8 and be 3.5 back with 14 to play. It's not ideal. Not impossible, but not ideal. Right. Denny Mack will lead things off for the Forest Cities in this inning. Here's the first pitch to him, and he swung on the first pitch. That's into right. That's going to drop in, base hit. And Denny Mack, who had a walk in his first at bat, is aboard with for the second time. This time it's with his bat. That's going to bring up William Johnson. He had an RBI triple his first at bat. First pitch to Johnson. Off the plate away, and going to steal is Mack, and he's in there, safe at second. Denny Mack's got a stolen base. Runner on second now, nobody out. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Johnson, and that's going to catch the inside part of the plate for a called strikeout, 1-1. 1-1 pitch. And that one gets by. That's a pass ball. And going to third for free is Denny Mack. It's called a ball. It missed the plate. Here's the 2-1. That one's going to land on the inside part of the plate. 2-2. 2-2 pitch. He's chopped that foul down the third base side. We'll do it again. The 2-2 pitch is popped up right at the third baseman. Third baseman takes a few steps in, makes the grab. That's one away. Here's John Glenn. He grounded out his first at bat. First pitch to Glenn. Check swing. They're going to ask, and they're going to say he went around. 0-1. I know the commentary said different, but whatever. 0-1 to count. Here's the 0-1. And he's fanned at that one. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. That is into right, and that is just going to drift foul of the line. John Glenn in a hole. It's 0-2. Here's the pitch. Check swing. They ask third base. He did not go around, or they asked first base. He did not go around, says the first base umpire. 1-2. Here's the 1-2. That's high. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch is ripped into center, and Glenn has brought his man home. It's an RBI single for John Glenn. It's an error on the center fielder as well. That's going to allow Glenn to go to second. Denny Mack scores, and it's 4-3. Center fielder Tom Foley gets credited with the error. But it's officially an RBI single with an E8. And Glenn gets to second base with one out, and it's a one-run ball game. The coldest hitter in all the majors, Francis Abercrombie, settles in. He's popped up to the shortstop his last at bat. That first pitch is right down Broad Street for a strike. It's 0-1. Papa Brave, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome to the 1871 season. Here's the 0-1. And Abercrombie has popped this up in shallow right. The second baseman's back there. He will make the grab. And that is Abercrombie sat down. We go back to the top of the order now, and Dave Egler. Egler is 2 for 2. Hi, Benny Lurk. Sounds good, Smokaya. Thank you for the lurk, my man. Appreciate you. Here's the first pitch to Egler. By the way, if you're new here, Papa, introduce yourself. Feel free. Did you come in for the Football Manager raids, or did you come in because you like baseball? Maybe you like both. I like both. Here's the first pitch. That's ripped right at it's over to third baseman's head. Base hit. Egler's got his third knock of the afternoon. Going to third is going to be Glenn. Runners on the corners now with 2 outs. Here's Fred Cone. He's 0 for 2. First pitch to Cone. That is off the plate. Oh, that is going to catch the outside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1. A base hit will tie this game for Cleveland. Here's the 0-1. That is in there. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Off the plate. It's a pass ball. It gets by the catcher. The throw home's not in time, and the game is tied. John Glenn coming in on the pass ball. Going to second is Dave Egler. It is a 4-4 ball game now. I've got Iggy's Pop's Lust for Life today from album. I don't know where I stand on Iggy. I like that song, you know what I mean? But I don't know if I'm like blown away by Iggy Pop. Like, it's good music. I got nothing against it. But it's not like, I don't feel like about Iggy Pop the way I feel about like Zeppelin or Oasis or early Coldplay. When I mean early Coldplay, I mean like Rush of Blood to the Head Coldplay. Like, that's a great album. I'm sorry. But you can knock Coldplay all you want. I understand it. I don't like anything. Even semi-old or semi-recent. Like, I can't remember. I know Parachutes I'm not a big fan of. But I think the album before Parachutes is like the last one I actually decently like. Yeah. You think Bowie's singing on it? Nice. God, the man did so much, didn't he? Here's the 1-2. That's grounded back to the mound. The throw over to first. That's in time. And the side is retired. 2 runs on 3 hits, and they leave 1 aboard. We go to the top of the 5th. It's a tie ball game. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 spots due up first for Washington. John Bass will lead things off, but first, somebody's pinged me on Discord as well. No idea who's pinged me. Destruction Bombs pinged me. Nice. Right. New ending means new sponsor. Who do we got here? Chasing Lamely is an awesome Football Manager streamer. Go give them a follow if you haven't already. We have some good conversation. We did like a scrawn off or something like that on their stream just tonight before I went live. It was actually really fun. Go give them a follow if you haven't already. The great Chasing Lamely is our sponsor for tonight's 5th inning. The song sounds like a budget version of Heroes. Oh my goodness. I love Heroes. The full version too. So, right. Spalding back on the mound. John Bass, shortstop, settling in. First pitch. That's fouled off. It'll be 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And this one's ripped right at the shortstop. He barely has to move. And he makes sure he gets both hands around it. That's 1 away. Cleveland down 3-0 and 4-2 have fought back to tie this game. A makeup game from June 23rd, which was rained out. It's going to bring up Charlie Gold. He is 1 for 2 so far today. First pitch to Gold. That is popped up right at the third baseman. He has got it. That's 2 away. Man, the Phils are absolutely taking it to the Cubs. 13, is that 12-2? That's 13-2. Pirates are really giving it to the Nats, too. That's 15-5 there. Here's John Radcliffe. He's 2 for 2 so far today. That one's high and wide. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0 to Radcliffe. He's fouled that off. It'll be 1-1. I got far on my last Shadow Puppets album, Stuart. I got 2 tracks left. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Here's the 1-1. He's offered at that one and missed. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. That's ripped right at the first baseman. He's got it, and the side is retired. They go down in order here in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's a 4-4 game. 3, 4, and 5 spots due up for Cleveland. It'll be Deacon White who's going to lead things off. We're going to take a 90-second timeout. We'll be back with more in a minute and a half. Welcome back. Bottom 5th here in Cleveland. 4-4 game. Deacon White going to settle in. He's going to be the first batter up. He's 0 for 2 today. First pitch to him from Al Pratt. And that one's just going to that's just off the plate inside. 1-0. The 1-0. Check swing. They're going to look at third base. But the umpire at home plate calls it a strike anyway. It's 1-1. That looked really high to me, but all right. Here's the 1-1. Now that's definitely high. That's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. He waved at that one. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Chop foul. Still 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. That's high. 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. In the dirt. They walked him. It took 8 pitches, but Deacon White gets the board on a walk. That brings up Al Spalding. He's 1 for 2. The 1-2 pitch. Throw over to first. And White is back safely. First pitch that's ripped right at the shortstop. He's got it. White does not go far. So he will stay put. Now it's 1 on, 1 out. Chick Fulmer settles in. He's 0 for 2. First pitch to Fulmer, and that one's grounded right back to the mound. Fulmer trying to beat out the throw, and he does! Fulmer gets there in time. It's the second infield single that Pratt's given up right in front of himself. And Fulmer's got a knock. It's 2-1 now with one out. Denny Mack will settle in. He's 1 for 1. He's got a single and a walk and a stolen base. First pitch to him. He's trying to bunt it down, but he pulls the bunt back. He's bunted it foul. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. He's taking that off the plate, and that gets by the catcher. That is a passed ball again. Elmer White having a Weston Supermare behind home plate. Going to second is Fulmer. Going to third is White. 2 in scoring position now with 1 out. The 1-1 pitch. He's swung on and missed. That's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch to Denny Mack. Taken high and away. 2-2. The 2-2 is ripped down the left field line, but foul. We'll do it again at 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Fouled to the backstop. Still 2-2. The 2-2 that's grounded back to second. The throw home. Did they get him? It's not in time. The throw is off the mark. The question is that an error? No. It's not given as an... Yes, it is given as an error. Was that was the shortstop, wasn't it? Tom Foley. I have his error. That was Ed Duffy, the second baseman. So that's given as an error. He went home. E4. Scoring on the play is Deacon White. Going to third will be Fulmer. Mack will take up first base. The question is, does Mack get the RBI for that? He does get credited with an RBI for that. So it's an RBI. He's got one right there. So it's an RBI. An RBI E4. Deacon White scores. Chick Fulmer's the third. And for the first time in this game, Cleveland have taken the lead. It's 5-4. I'm sorry. Chick Fulmer did not actually run to third base on that one. So he is still at second. It is only Mack who moved. Obviously getting on board first base. So that brings up William Johnson. He's 1 for 2. First pitch to Johnson. That's taken for a called strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That's off the plate inside. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. High. 2-1 now. The 2-1. Taken at the knees. 2-2. Two-two pitch to Johnson is off the plate, and it gets by the catcher again. This time, Fulmer will go to third. Going to second is Denny Mack. That's another pass ball. And it's second and third with 1 out. The full count to William Johnson. He's popped it up. Third baseman's coming in for it. He's got it. That's 2 away. Brings up John Glenn. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. First pitch to him. Grounded foul, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Grounded over to third. The throw on to first is in time, and the side is retired. 1 run on 1 hit, and they left 2 aboard. We go to the top of the 6th. Cleveland have taken the lead. It's 5-4 Forest Cities. 7, 8, 9 spot due up first for Washington. Bob Armstrong is going to be the first man up. But first, new inning, new sponsor. Swanky Pants is an awesome football manager. Fall Guys, Warzone, Rocket League streamer. Give him a follow if you haven't already. He's got a great sense of humor. The awesome Swanky Pants sponsors the 6th inning here tonight. Bob Armstrong settles in. Al Spalding still on the mound. First pitch to Armstrong. He's 0 for 2 today. He's fouled that off. It'll be 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Grounded over the first. Pitcher comes over. He makes the play. And Armstrong is retired. 1 away. Here's Elmer White. He's 1 for 2. First pitch to White. That catches the inside part of the plate. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Offered at that one. 0-2. Here's the 0-2. High. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is popped up into left. Left fielder's there. He makes the grab. I tried to say grab and catch there at the same time. He makes the grab, and that's 2 down now. Al Pratt, the next batter. He's 0 for 2. First pitch to Pratt. He's taking that high and away. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Grounded over to third. Deep throw. Got him. And that will retire the side. They go down in order here in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Washington trailing Cleveland now by a score of 5-4. It'll be the 9-1-2 spots due up for the Forest Cities. Francis Abercrombie is the first man due up. We're going to take ourselves a 90-second timeout. We'll be back with more in a minute and a half. All right, welcome back. Bottom sixth here in Cleveland. Forest Cities leading the Olympics 5-4. Here's Francis Abercrombie. He's 0 for 2 so far today. First pitch to Abercrombie. High and away, ball one. Here's the 1-0. That is taken for a called strike, 1-1. The 1-1. Ripped in the left, but foul. 1-2 to count now. Here's the pitch. And he's popped it up in foul territory. First baseman's over there. He makes the grab. And Abercrombie is retired to start the inning. Top of the order now, Dave Egler. He's 3 for 3 today. First pitch to Egler. On the inside part of the plate for a called strike. 0-1. There's the 0-1 pitch. And he's popped this one up. Shallow left. Shortstop goes back for it. He makes the grab. And that is 2 down now. Fred Cone settles in. He's 0 for 3 so far today. First pitch to Cone. And he's waved at that one, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That's ripped foul. 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's high, 1-2. The 1-2. Just a bit outside. 2-2. A 2-2 pitch. And that's high and inside, 3-2. The payoff pitch. Ball 4, he's missed the plate. And Cone's aboard on a 6-pitch walk. Here's Deacon White. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. First pitch to White. That's taken off the plate, 1-0. 1-0 is ripped into left. Left fielder going there. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Now there's 2 on with 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Al Spalding settles in, 1 for 3 today. First pitch to Spalding. Inside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Oh, he check swung it, but it went off the bat and into the backstop. 1-1. 1-1. High and away, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. He's waved at that one and missed it. Looks like it was a foul tip. It's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off, still 2-2. 2-2, way outside the plate. That one's going to be that might be a wild pitch. It is a wild pitch. Going to third is Cone. Going to second is Deacon White. This time it's not Elmer White's problem. It's Al Pratt's problem. And both runners were in scoring position with 2 outs. Here's the full count pitch. And he walked him. Check swing. They're going to ask first. He did not go. The ball was called high, and Al Spalding draws a walk. And the bases are loaded. Chick Fulmer settles in the shortstop. The Cleveland Forest Citys have not had a home run so far this season. If Fulmer were to do it here, it would be a grand slam. And it would put Cleveland 9-4 up. First pitch to Fulmer, who is 1 for 3 today. And he's grounded it to third. The throw's over to first. That's in time, and they get out of the jam without giving up any runs. No runs on 2 hits, but they left the bases loaded. We go to the top of the 7th. It is 5-4 for Cleveland. Top of the order due up for Washington. Ed Duffy will be the man to lead things off. But first, Smokaya is an awesome Football Manager streamer who's got a great save at TJK Legion in Estonia. Give him a follow if you haven't already. Smokaya will sponsor tonight's 7th inning. Ed Duffy will lead things off. First pitch to Duffy. And he's popped this up back into the seats. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Check swing. They go to third base. He did not go. And the pitch was inside. It's 1-1. There's the 1-1. He's fouled that off. It's 1-2. Here's the 1-2. That has popped up into left, but that's going to land into the seats. Still 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is high, ball 2. That's 2-2. Off the plate away, and the counts run full. The 3-2 pitch is right down the middle of the plate, and it's smoked back up center for a base hit. Ed Duffy's got himself a single. That'll bring up Tom Foley. He's 2 for 3 so far today. They have 2 for 2. Oh, because he sack bunted. That's right. He's 2 for 2 so far today. Here's the first pitch. He's going to sack bunt this one, too. That bunt's over to third. That's in time. So it's a sacrifice 5-3. Going to second will be Ed Duffy with 1 out. Ned Cuthbert settles in. He's 1 for 3. First pitch to Cuthbert. And that one is called, I believe, a ball. It is a ball. 1-0 to Cuthbert. Waved at and missed. 1-1. The even count pitch is grounded over to first. Pitcher coming over to help. It's a really bad play. Oh, no. It's a really bad play. The throw from first baseman Charlie Gold. I'm sorry, not Charlie Gold. That's the wrong first, but Denny Mack goes astray. And not only that, but it's going to put Ned Cuthbert on second, and it's going to bring Ed Duffy home from second base. It's 5-5 now. Here's John Bass. He's going to take a strike right down Broad Street. 0-1. Runner on second. 1 out. Tie game. Bass 0 for 3 so far today. He takes that one high. 1-1. The 1-1. Grounded over to short. On to first. It's another bad throw. Fulmer gets credited with the error. Chick Fulmer, the shortstop. And that's an E6. Oh, that puts Cuthbert over third. There we go. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Now it's Charlie Gold. He's 1 for 3. Washington can take the lead here. Deep fly ball will do it. And that one's high. That one's at the lettering. 0-1. That looked really high. Here's 0-1 pitch. And this one's flied into right. Is it deep enough is the question. The catch is made. And Cuthbert does tag. It's going to be an RBI sac fly. RBI sac F9. Coming in to score is going to be Cuthbert. Washington have taken the lead 6-5. John Radcliffe, the next man up. He's 2 for 3 today. Runner on first, 2 down. First pitch to Radcliffe, and he's going to take that inside, ball 1. There's the 1-0. That's going to miss. Inside again, 2-1. I'm sorry, 2-0. There's the 2-0 pitch. That's high and away, 3-0. The 3-0 pitch is right down Broad Street for a called strike, 3-1. The 3-1 fouled off, and the count's full, 3-2. The payoff pitch is shot into left, but high and playable. Left fielder's there. He makes the grab, and the side is retired. 2 runs on a single hit, and they leave 1 aboard. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Washington's got a 6-5 lead. We are going to take a break. We're going to step away. We're going to leave you guys with this rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. We will be back with more in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. You're welcome, Smakaya. Right, Harrison Scheckler would take me out to the ball game. I hope everybody appreciate that. We're ready to get back into the baseball after the 7th inning stretch. Bottom 7 here. Washington have reclaimed the lead. 6-5, back and forth. This game is gone. 6, 7, 8 spots due up. Denny Mack is the next man, is the first man up this inning. Mack is 1 for 2 so far today. 1 for 2 with a walk. Here's the first pitch to him. He's taking that right down Broad Street for a called strike, 0-1. I don't know what's going on in baseball tonight, but the bats are absolutely flying. Like, all the games have 10-plus runs. Philly, Chicago just had 20 runs. I see Nats in Pittsburgh has 20 runs too. Where's that at? That might, yeah, right there. 16-5. That's 21 runs. 13 runs in the Yankees, or no, that's 15 runs in the Yankees-Angels game. So, baseball is off the rocker today. Scoring left, right, and center. Here is the 0-1 pitch to Denny Mack. And he's ripped that right at the second baseman. He's got it. 1 away. Here's William Johnson. He is 1 for 3 so far today. First pitch to Johnson. Grounded over to second. On to first in time. And that's 2 down now. John Glenn settles in. 1 for 3 for him so far today. First pitch to Glenn. Right down Broad Street. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. And he's popped it up in foul territory. First baseman's there. He makes the grab, and they go down in order here in the bottom of the 7th. We go top 8th here in Cleveland, and the Olympics hold a 6-5 lead. 7, 8, 9 spots due up. It'll be Bob Armstrong who will lead things off for the Washington Olympics. But first, new inning, new sponsor, and I am out of people to shout out from the viewership list or the chatter list who have been here tonight. So we're going to shout out our wonderful emote artist who has created some brand new emotes here for us tonight. Amazing emote artist. She also plays games on Mondays and Wednesday streams, including Final Fantasy XIV. Give her a follow if you haven't already. Think about giving her a commission. Her link is pinned. It's in the pinned chat. The great Kuwago the Owl. Big shout out to her. She's going to sponsor our 8th inning here tonight. Bob Armstrong settles in. 0 for 3 so far today. First pitch to Armstrong is popped right back to the mound, right behind the mound. Shortstop comes in, he's got it, and that's 1 away. That'll bring up Elmer White. 1 for 3 for him so far today. First pitch to White. He swung at that one. It's 0-1. There's the 0-1. High and away, ball 1. Here's the 1-1. He's popped that up. Right at the second baseman. He's got it. And that's 2 down now. That's going to bring up Al Pratt, the pitcher. He's 0 for 3. First pitch to Pratt. On the inside corner for a call. That's a ball? The pitch didn't miss by I don't think it missed at all, but it's called a ball. I was given the strike signal. That's a ball, apparently. We don't have it in 1871. Here's the 1-0. That's ripped in the gap in right. Base hit for Al Pratt. That'll bring up the top of the order in Ed Duffy. Duffy's 2 for 4 today. First pitch to Duffy. But that one's going to catch the outside corner of the plate. That's what I say. That's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. And that one is right down broad. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch to Ed Duffy is off the plate away. 1-2. The 1-2 is popped up right at the shortstop. He's got it, and the side is retired. No runs on one hit, and they leave one aboard. We go to the bottom 8th here in Cleveland. It's a 1-run ball game. Washington holding on 6-5. 9-1-2 spots due up for Cleveland. Francis Abercrombie is going to be the first man up. We are going to take a 90-second timeout. We'll be back with more in a minute and a half. Welcome back, bottom 8th. Very tight ball game. Cleveland need to win it. And they trail by a run here with only 6 outs left. Francis Abercrombie settles in. He's 0 for 3. First pitch to Abercrombie. And he takes that right down broad, 0-1. Abercrombie, the coldest hitter in baseball with a .07 batting average. On base percentage just 117. Is on base plus slugging 204. Definitely a weak spot in the order. Here's the 0-1. And he shot that high into center field, but playable. Center fielder's there. He makes the grab. And Abercrombie is sat down. That's going to bring up the top of the order, Dave Egler, 3 for 4. First pitch to Egler. Way inside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. And that one's high, 2-0. 2-0 pitch to Egler. He's popped this up. Second baseman's coming in for it. He's going to make the grab. Two down now. Here's Fred Cone now. 0 for 3 with a walk. First pitch to Cone. And that one is going to catch the inside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1. The 0-1. Grounded over to short, and it's a fumble. The shortstop fumbles on it. That's going to be an error. Shortstop John Bass gets credited with the error. E6. Thank you for the follow. Come get some. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Oh, I didn't even write that 6 very cleanly. Hold on. There we go. That's a much better 6. Now the E needs fixed as well. But give me a second. There we go. E6. Welcome in. Are you a fan of baseball? Did you come in from one of the late night FM raids? If you like the baseball or you like football, let me know who you support. I think it's pretty obvious who I got with the shirt on, but you know. Here's Deacon White. He is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. We play all sorts of sports games here. We play Football Manager. We play Out of the Park about twice a week with Out of the Park. We play NHL 2K6, Franchise Hockey Manager 12 we also play. That one's the 1910 National Hockey Association season. We only play that about every fortnight, though, but the seasons are really short. Like, the first season is just 12 regular season games, no playoffs, so I think we're going to, even though we play that every fortnight, I think we're going to get through that. And we do double headers on those nights, so you got to figure we're going to get through that season pretty quickly, the 1910 one. This one we've been playing since June, since last June. Every calendar day there's a baseball game. We've been commentating it. Now we are into the 16th of July in 1871. It's a pivotal game here. Washington 6.5 back in the American League. Cleveland 2.5. Both are chasing the Boston Red Stockings. Here's the first pitch to Deacon White. And that's going to be a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. That is ripped in the gap, base hit. And White is aboard with his second knock of the afternoon. Going to second is Fred Cone, 2-1, 2 out now. Here is Al Spalding will settle in. He's 1 for 3 so far today with a single to walk. Here's the first pitch. That is grounded over to third. The throw one to first is in time, and the side is retired. No runs on. Oh, I just wrote that in the wrong column. No runs on one hit, and they leave 2 aboard. We go to the top of the 9th. 6-5 Washington. That's a pretty cool bot. It is Sports Scores bot. Are you a streamer yourself? Come get some. Because it's actually really simple to set up, and you can set it up either as a chat bot or a like a ticker on your stream. You can have it as like a ticker. And they have 2 different types of tickers. They have one that's like an actual ticker. Professional lurker. Got you. Okay. Yeah, they have one that's like an actual ticker, and then they have one that's like a scoreboard that cycles through the scores. I don't have that at all because I play a whole bunch of variety of different games, and I also keep track of a lot of different sports like that. I'm not into basketball, and I'm not into American football, so it's not going to track NBA, NFL, but it is going to track NHL, MLB, MLS, and it's going to track 5 English leagues. So if you're here on the I do stream in the mornings on the weekends, and those sometimes the bot will spam the crap out of the chat, because one thing about the English leagues is they all kick off at the exact same time, and they all go to halftime at the exact same time. So like when you get a halftime, it's just a scrolling of sport. But nonetheless, I like it. It helps me keep on top of the games happening in real world. Yeah, it's a nice bot. But thank you for the follow. If you want to lurk away, go straight ahead. I ain't gonna bother you. But yeah, we play Out of the Park Baseball. We play Franchise Hockey Manager, NHL 2K, Football Manager, 3 different gotcha games. We're going to be playing Final Fantasy 1 at some point during this month. Is our Newcastle fan here? He is not. No. Why? Did they do what's going on in Newcastle? Don't tell me they fired Hal. That'd be stupid of them if they fired Hal. Eddie Howe's brought him Champions League 2 seasons in a row. And there's some fans who are calling for his sacking. I'm like, what is wrong with... And he got a Champions League quarterfinal, by the way. So, no clue what some fans are on about. Like, you know? Maybe I should put fans in quotes with that one. Right. I'm a Villa fan. Nice. You guys are having a great season. I'm a West Ham fan, unfortunately. West Ham and Philadelphia. And West Ham are literally just out of the drop, and Philadelphia is rock bottom of the MLS. So Philly started 0-0-6. It's been brutal. It's been brutal. That was a miserable start to the season. We did just beat Montreal, though. I was just going to tell them to mind the gap. Okay, fair enough. You're welcome, Benny. Fair enough, fair enough. Right. Let's get back to the baseball. Top 9th here in Philadelphia. I don't have anybody else to shout out, so let's keep going. Nobody's apparently going to sponsor this inning. Right. It's Tom Foley settling in. Foley is 2 for 2 with 2 sacrifices. First pitch to Foley. And he has lined that into left. That just drifts foul. It'll be 0-1. Since our win over Spurs is the reason you're out of the drop zone, that is true. Big thank you. Leeds did themselves a huge favor today, too. I think Leeds have Wolves next, too. Leeds win that one, I think they're safe. Cully doesn't think so, but I mean, like, Cully, even if you don't think they're safe, you beat Wolves. You have to get 1 win in 5. Like, and then, afterward, and then you're safe. And you still have to play Spurs and West Ham, so. What? Yeah. Leeds beat Man United 2-1 today. At Man United. Here's the 0-1. And that's at the knees, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Grounded over to second. The throw on to first is in time. 1 away. I could not tell you how long it's been, and this might be a little bit of foreshadowing. I cannot tell you how long it's been since we had a walk-off. Do you guys want to see? When is the last time we had a walk-off? We have had a walk-off. I think Rockford suffered the walk-off loss. Obviously, it would be the team I manage. Of course it would be, right? Video games are just as brutal as real-life sports. But, yes, another promoted club gets closer to safety, and one of the Manchester teams lose. Great day for football. The last time we had a walk-off win was the 27th of June. Cleveland beat Rockford 7-6 in extra innings. That was in the 10th. That was the last time we've had a walk-off win on stream. Possibility here. 1 out, top 9th. And this is Ned Cuthbert settling in. Cuthbert is 1 for 3 so far today. First pitch to Cuthbert, and he takes that high, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. That's going to catch the out. That is not a strike. That missed away. 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Now that's inside. 3-0 now. The 3-0 pitch. Cuthbert taking all the way. That's a call. Strike. 3-1. And they're watching the Kensburn Baseball Series. I even had a bit of knowledge about this era of baseball. I believe this pitcher is the Al Spalding who founded the Spalding Sports Group Goods Empire. How about that? I'm wondering if Francis Abercrombie, who was also in this game, Kadava, started Abercrombie and Fitch. I don't know. Feels like there could be a connection. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And he's lined that diving play. He's got it. The second baseman dives to his right. It's hit sharply. It's looking like it's going into center field. Second baseman William Johnson, full extension, gets both hands around the ball. And that's 2 away. That's going to bring up John Bass, who's 0 for 4 so far today. First pitch to Bass. And he's popped it up in left field, playable. Left fielder's there. He makes the grab, and the side is retired. They go down in order in the top of the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Cleveland are down to their final 3 outs. Can they get something from this game? We're going to take a 90-second timeout. Find out in just a minute and a half. Welcome back. Bottom 9th here. Abercrombie was not part of Abercrombie and Fitch, but he was born in Ohio or Oklahoma. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It's going to be the 5, 6, 7 spots for Cleveland. They trail by a run. It's the bottom of the 9th. And Chick Fulmer will settle in. He's 1 for 4, beg your pardon, so far today. First pitch to Chick Fulmer. And he's taking that high, 1-0. There's the 1-0. And Fulmer's popped this up. It's into right. Right fielder's there. That's 1 away. Denny Mack, the next man up. He's 1 for 3 with a walk. Oh, no, we're going to have that's a substitute. Sorry. Oh, my God. I can't seem to write. Is left me. Right. Ed Bevins is going to be the pinch hitter. Aldi on the 5-stream watch streak. There's our ending sponsor, by the way. Guys, go follow Aldi. He's an Albanian football manager streamer. Awesome guy. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The great Aldi. Big shout out to him. Welcome in, Aldi. We got a tight game, bro. 1-run game, bottom of the 9th, 1 out, nobody on. Ed Bevins is the pinch hitter. He's batting 5 for 13 so far as a pinch hitter this season. First pitch to Bevins. Or he's 3 for 8 as a pinch hitter. The pitch is outside. They check third base. He did not go, says the third base umpire. 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Bevins offered to that one. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Way inside, and Bevins still swung on it. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is well inside again. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. He's fouled it off and stays alive at 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Oh, he's hit him. He's hit by the pitch. Can you believe it? And the tying run is aboard. It means the winning run is at the plate. William Johnson, who was 1 for 3 today, settles in. First pitch, that's right down broad, 0-1. Here's the 0-1, off the plate, 1-1. A 1-1, and he's popped it up into shallow center. The catch is made. Johnson's retired, and there is 2 down. They're down to the final out. There will be another substitution. Right, George Hubel will come in. Hubel's batting .400 so far this season through 15 at-bats. Thank you for the shout-out, man. I genuinely appreciate you. I had a legendary stream yesterday and a golden level 3 hype trade. That is awesome. The support was genuinely incredible. Hope everything's good, man. We're good, man. We're good. We're doing good. We're getting close to wrapping things up here. Bottom 9th, unless they force extras. Runner on first, 2 down. But yeah, generally I'm doing great. I hope you are as well, too, man. It makes me happy that you had that level 3 hype train, dude. Here's Hubel. The first pitch. He's lined it. It's right at the shortstop. He gloves it. And the side is retired. The ball game is over. Cleveland needed to win this game. Washington all but out of it, even after this win. But they dropped the first game of a doubleheader. The final score in this one, the Washington Olympics 6, the Cleveland ForestCitys 5. Now it's time to go over your batting statistics, starting with the visiting Washington Olympics. Ed Duffy had 5 at-bats. He had 5 at-bats. He had 2 hits. He had 1 RBI. He scored 2 runs. Tom Foley had 3 at-bats. He got 2 hits. He scored 1 run. He had 2 sacrifices. He made a fielding error. Ned Cuthbert finished with 5 at-bats. He had 1 hit. He scored 1 run. Oh, no, he scored 2 runs. Beg your pardon. 2 runs. John Bass had 5 at-bats. He did not get a single hit. He had a fielding error. Charlie Gold had 3 at-bats, I think, for full. Yeah, 3 at-bats for gold. He had 2 RBIs. He had a sacrifice. He had 1 hit. John Radcliffe had 4 at-bats. He got 2 hits, and he had an RBI. Bob Armstrong had 4 at-bats. He did not get a hit, and he had an RBI. Elmer White had 4 at-bats. He did have a hit. It was a double, and he scored a run. Did I miss any other doubles or singles? I don't think so. No, I did not. Not on this team. And Al Pratt had 4 at-bats. He had 1 hit. Total batting statistics for the Washington Olympics. 5 and 3 is 8, and 5 is 13, and 5 is 18, and 3 is 21, and 4 is 25, and 4 is 29, and 4 is 33, and 4 is 37. Runs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Doubles 1. Base on balls, none. No triples, no home runs. No strikeouts, no stolen bases. Sacrifices 3. RBIs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fielding errors 2. We'll come back for the pitching statistics. The batting statistics for the hometown Cleveland Forest Citys. Dave Egler, 5 at-bats, 3 hits. Fred Cone, 4 at-bats, no hits, but a base on balls. Deacon White, 4 at-bats, 2 hits, and a base on balls, and a run. Al Spalding, 4 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 base on balls. Chick Fulmer, 5 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 fielding error. Denny Mack, 3 at-bats, 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 base on balls, an RBI, a fielding error, and a stolen base. William Johnson, 5 at-bats, 1 hit. It was a triple. He scored a run, and he had an RBI. John Glenn, 4 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 RBI, 1 fielding error. Francis Abercrombie, 4 at-bats, no hits, 1 fielding error. Ed Bevins, no at-bats. He was hit by the pitch. And George Hubel had 1 at-bat, no hit. Right, total statistics for the Cleveland Forest Citys. 5 and 4 is 9, and 4 is 13, and 4 is 17, and 5 is 22, and 3 is 25, and 5 is 30, and 4 is 34, and 4 is 38. 1 is 39 at-bats total. Runs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I also have 10 hits. They have 11. Who got credited with a hit that I missed? Who got credited with a hit that I missed? Who got credited with a hit that I missed? I don't know. Who the heck got credited with a hit? Egler had 3. I got that. Cone had none. Cone had a hit. How did he get a hit? When did Cone get a hit? Game log. Cone. Cone came up in the second. Right? Bottom of the first. Cone flied out. I got that. That was the first. He came up in the second. Cone flied out. I got that. He came up in the fourth. Bottom 4. Fred Cone. Pass ball. He grounded out. I got that. Then I have him walking in the 6th. Was that a single instead? Did I write that down wrong? Base on balls. No. Then Cone in the 8th. I have him as an E6. Was that not an E6? Oh, I forgot to circle. It was a single, and the error took him to second. That's right. So Cone finishes 1 for 4. My bad. I wrote E6. Oh, I wrote E6. That's incorrect. Let me get rid of that. That's why I wrote E6. It was an infield single, and the error took. Oh my God. The error took him to second base. Right. Which is weird because John Bass is credited with the error. Well, I guess the throwing error. He's still credited with it, right? Uh, go back to box score. Sorry. Right. And then just to finish things off, so hits was 11, doubles none, triples 1, base on balls 4, strikeouts none, stolen bases 1, no sacrifice. RBIs 3, fielding errors 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, 4 fielding errors. Yeah, 4 fielding errors. The pitching statistics for the Washington Olympics. Al Pratt gets credited with the win. He pitched 9 innings. I have his pitch count 135. Base on balls would have been 4. Strikeouts none. Hits 11. Runs 5. Earned runs 3. Pratt's going to improve to 8-10 on the season. Spalding gets credited with the loss. He pitched 9 innings. I have his pitch count at 120. Base on balls, none. No strikeouts. Hits 10. Runs 6. Earned 4. Spalding will drop to 9-7. Official game time was 2 hour 32. 1,251 in attendance for this game. We're going to save the game. We're going to look at the scores. So, in the other game, Chicago White Stockings have won over the Troy Haymakers. Troy falls to 4-19, and not only does Troy fall to 4-19, they have 9 games left in their season, and they are officially 9 games back. So another loss from Troy or another win from Chicago is going to eliminate the Haymakers from the pennant race. They are going to be the first ones out, more than likely, of the pennant race. They are right on the brink. 4-19 is Troy. Troy led the game 5-2, but a 5-run bottom of the 8th pulls Chicago back into the lead, and they'll see that one out. That's a big collapse from the Troy Haymakers. We're going to quick play this game. Washington at Cleveland. And Cleveland win the return ones 4-2. So they split the games. Washington moves to 8-12. They have 12 games left in their season. They're going to stay 6.5 games back. Cleveland are going to go to 7-11. They're going to stay 2.5 games back. Cleveland have 14 games left in their season. But they are chasing Boston, who's sitting at 12-3 now. Let's go back to scores. We're going to save the game again. Let's go back to scores. Our next game. Oh, I just got an achievement for a player winning Player of the Week. Look at that. Ross Barnes won Player of the Week. There you go. He's also the batting leader right now in all of baseball. Lip Pike, also from Rockford, it's number 2. And that's Egler, Pinkham, and Stiers. Right. So no game on the 17th. We continue to the 18th. The next game, you guys get the pick. You guys get the vote. We're going to do that right now. We're going to run a 3-minute poll. Washington at Fort Wayne looks good. Boston and Philly's a massive game. Wow, they're both really big games. Right, the poll is up. You guys get to pick. Which game do you want to see next on stream? This is going to be on Saturday, I believe, right? Let me look at my schedule. Is it Saturday? Sunday. No, Saturday I'm at the football. That's right. Sunday. What game are we going to cover on Sunday? It is either going to be, welcome in, by the way, Kadav. I'm sorry. Well, it's either going to be Washington at Fort Wayne. Washington is now 8-12. They're 4 games under 500, trying to get back to 500. Bottom of the American League, 6.5 back. They're playing Fort Wayne, who are 10-10, 1.5 games back in the National League. A win here would push Fort Wayne up to only a game back with Chicago. They would tie with us. Boston and Philadelphia is first versus third. Philadelphia win will pull Cleveland 2 games behind. It'll pull Philadelphia 2.5 games back. But a win for Boston is going to put them 3 games ahead of the rest of the division, and Philadelphia will slip 4 games behind. Philadelphia have 14 games left in their season. Boston still have over half their season left. They've got 17 games left. So it's game 16, the final game of the first half of the season for Boston. They're the last one to get to the halfway mark is Boston. That game is this upcoming day, Boston at Philadelphia. So I think it's going to be a big one. Philadelphia is 4-5 at home. Boston 5-1 on the road. But those are your options. Boston at Philly, Washington at Fort Wayne. This is going to be Sunday morning's game. You guys get to pick. We got about 1:10 left on the poll. But those are your options right now. Is Washington at Fort Wayne, Boston at Philadelphia. After Sunday's game on Monday, it'll be the New York Mutuals at the Washington Olympics. 8-8 New York taking on a team that's either going to be 9-12 or 8-13. If they are 8-13, Washington will be 7 games back, and a loss there would put them 7.5 back. And they would be with 10 games left, so it would put them on the verge of really falling out and being eliminated. The following weekend, which is going to be April 25th, but I might move it up to April 21st because I have Timon and Squad scheduled for the 21st, and that game still has no content. So we might move it up to the 21st. So either the 21st or the 25th is going to be Rockford at New York. And then if we do move it up to the 21st, it means the 25th is going to become New York at Fort Wayne. That's going to be a massive game. That's going to be a big game for the implications of the National League standings. So Boston and Philadelphia won. That will be the next game. Boston and Philly will be the next game. And then to start May on Saturday the 2nd. Saturday the 2nd? Let me see. May 2nd. What's up? God. We're home that weekend, so it'll be May 3rd. So Sunday, May 3rd, will be Boston at Rockford. We played 23 games. That is like game number 24, 25. Yay, Boston, yeah. And then on May the 4th is going to be Philadelphia at Fort Wayne. And then probably May the 5th could potentially, unless Time and Squad gets content, May the 5th is going to be Fort Wayne at New York. And then the following weekend, which is the weekend of the 9th, 10th, which is actually Mother's Day weekend here. We are away that weekend. It'll be New York at Rockford, and that's going to finish. And then we finish July on the Monday afterwards, which is going to be May 11th. That'll be Washington at Chicago to finish the July. And we'll be into August, gang. We're getting there. 9 games left in July. Next game is going to be Boston at Philadelphia. That's a big game in the American League. Philly's got some bats, but they've got some really bad fielding. They've got good pitching, good bats, but really bad fielding. Boston's got everything. We'll see if Philly can take it. Philly really need to win it if they want to try and stay in the hunt for the pennant. But that is going to be that. If you're watching on YouTube, this is all. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.